Good evening, team, and welcome to Chapter 5, Correlation. We're going to run through a couple of these examples, not all of them, because they are essentially asking you to do the same thing. But let's start with number 1, which uses Chapter 5, dataset number 2. There isn't any reason for you to hand calculate when you have a nice piece of software here with SPSS to do all the work for you. So we want to get the correlation coefficient. So let's compute that first. Go to Analyze, Correlate, and you'll see some options here. We want bivariate. That just means that there are two variables. You want to select in the number of variables that you want. So I'll show you this was what it looks like initially. So you just select them into the variable box. We want the Pearson correlation coefficient, not the other two. Right now we're not going to discuss the test of significance. That comes in another chapter. Options, you can use means and standard deviations here to test out the correlation, but we're not going to select any of these. These are more advanced options. So just hit continue and then OK. Your output is going to give you the correlation coefficient. As you can see, it is 0.596. It does give you the number for both variables, but they're the same because there are only two of them. And so that is the answer to the question. So the scatter plot, not especially difficult either. All you have to do from here is go to graphs. You want to go to those legacy dialogues. Like I said in other videos, these are going to be easier to work with. So you want to go to scatter plot diagrams. We want a simple one. Click define, and here you have to choose your x and your y axis. Your y-axis is always your dependent variable, and your x is always your independent variable. In this case, we expect that as a student gets the number of items correct on a test, that their attitude about testing will be improved. So in this case, attitude is your dependent variable. It would go on the y-axis, and number correct would go on the x. That's all you have to do. Hit OK. And you can see from here you have a loosely scattered plot. What you would like to see is a really tight line. The book says a completely positive relationship is going to be a straight line. We don't have that, but we can see that it is positive in the fact that it goes in this direction. If this were a negative relationship, the correlation coefficient would be negative, and your scatter plot would be going in this direction. So that's how you get the first answer to the question in Chapter 5. So that's number 1.